Hi, good morning, students. Yesterday I have seen largest phylum Arthropoda. Today we are going to discuss about new phylum Mollusca. Phylum Mollusca. See, phylum Mollusca is the second largest phylum. Arthropoda is the first largest phylum. Mollusca is the second largest phylum. Then what about small phylum? In NCERT book there is no small phylum, but sake of your NEET and CET, I am going to say that one. The smallest phylum is Placozoa. Placozoa is the very smallest phylum. Okay, we'll see now. Phylum Mollusca, where it will occur. About habitat. You may get somewhat confused here. We'll see. It will occur terrestrial and aquatic. It habitat in terrestrial and aquatic. What's a terrestrial and aquatic? What you are saying? You may get confused, right? See, don't get confused. Terrestrial and aquatic means in moist area. Moist is nothing but here wet area. ತೇವಾಂಶ ಇನ್ ಕನ್ನಡ ತೇವಾಂಶ ಇರುವ ಸ್ಥಳದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತವೆ. Moist means nothing but wetland. These are habitat in terrestrial and aquatic, either marine or freshwater. But water content should be nil. Okay, occurrence is completed. Next is level of organization is organ system level of organization. What is organ system of level of organization? The organs are going to organize that and going to make a system. One system that is called organ system level of organization. So one digestive system is there. For this digestive system, so many organs are required, right? So many organs are involved, right? So organized are going to organize and to form a system. That's called as a organ system level of organization. Mollusca comes under organ system level of organization. Next, body symmetry is bilateral. What meaning of bilateral? If you cut the body through a single plane, you will get two equal halves, one left and one right. ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಬಾಡಿನ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಆಗಿ ಒಂದೇ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಎರಡು ದೇಹವನ್ನು ಪಡಿತೀರಿ, ಒಂದು ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ರೈಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ bilateral symmetry. And these are triploblastic animals. Triploblastic animals means what? 3 layers. What are those layers? 3 germ layers. 1 ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm. So triploblastic animals are going to possess 3 germ layers. That's what is called as a triploblastic animal. If there is any 2 layers, only ectoderm and endoderm, that's called as a diploblastic animal. Okay, and these are coelomates. Coelomates means what? Coelomates means the body cavity is lined by the mesoderm. There is a true coelom is present, right? Body cavity is present. That's why it's called a coelomates. Suppose if there is no body cavity, means those are acoelomates. But looking like a body cavity, but there is no body cavity that may not lined by the mesoderm. That kind of organism comes under pseudocoelomates. Pseudo is nothing but false. But here, true coelom is going to possess. True coelom is going to exhibit in mollusca. That's why it's called as a coelomates. These are coelomates. See, these are the basic terms. Now we'll see what special features. Special feature is nothing but unique characters of this one. See here, first character is body is divided into three parts. One, head. Second one, foot. Third one, visceral hump. Very important thing. See, for the sake of your understanding purpose, I brought one example, live example for you. The example belongs to that phylum, mollusca. The snail. The snail is the example for mollusca. So, for the sake of your understand purpose, I brought a live one. Just a minute, I will show that one. See, this is what snail. In Kannada will say Basavana Hulu. Are you able to observe? Nothing will happen. Okay. See, I will show you like this. Are you able to understand? Are you able to visible this one? See what I told you, the body is divisible into three parts. First one is head, second one is foot, third one is visceral hump. Right or wrong? See, what are the head consist? The head consists of tentacles, eyes, and mouth. See here is there now, that ventral surface, that's called a foot. Here, this is called visceral hump. Okay. I will show you. See, these are tentacles. These are tentacles. Okay. This is what? Foot for surface. Ventral surface is called the foot. Okay. This is what is this? Visceral hump, dome like structure. Okay. The body is always in moist due to presence of mucus. Mucus is nothing but gel like substance. Okay. Nothing will do this one for human being. When will you observe this one? See, in winter season, majorly in winter season, we can able to identify these snails. But what about in summer season? How about in summer season? Summer season ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗಿರುತ್ತೆ? ರೈನಿ ಸೀಸನ್, ವಿಂಟರ್ ಸೀಸನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ತರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಬಾಡಿ ಈ ತರ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಸಮ್ಮರ್ ಸೀಸನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ I will show you how will be in summer season also. See, in summer season is looking like this. In summer season it is looking like this only. Whole body is inside the that hump. Okay, that hump. This kind of hump will found in where? In what season? Summer season. Okay, this is in winter season or rainy season. Those are tentacles. Mouth is there, tentacles are there. Okay, see, what is the use of tentacles? I will show you. Tentacles is mainly used for sensory organism. If you touch the tentacle, how will it react? I will show you. Just listen. See, this is again I am going to touch those tentacles. Tentacles act as a ear. What? Sensory organ. See here. See, body is going to inside of the body, inside of that hump. Okay, this is what I told you, foot. This is hump. Okay, next we'll see what I told. Head consists of eyes, mouth and tentacle. Eyes, mouth and tentacles. Tentacles for what? Sensory, protection purpose from predators. Okay, what about foot? That ventral surface. This is head. Okay, yes, part. Foot. This is hump. Okay, see, foot is ear. This is for locomotion purpose and burrowing. ತೆಗೆಯುವುದು, ತೋಡುವುದು ಅಂತಾರಲ್ಲ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್, burrowing. Why it will going to burrow? See, in summer season, where it is going to live? It have to live in a where moist content only. But in summer season, what will there? There is no moist on the earth, so they are going to inside of the earth by burrowing. Okay, locomotion, for locomotion and burrowing. Okay, what about visceral hump? I told you in summer season, what about structure? Just now I shown you visceral hump consists of all organs. Entire body is hide in this hump. Entire body, see, in summer season. But for the visible, what will observe? Just it's like a in Kannada shanku ತರ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, but inside that mollusca is present, that snail is present. But for the visual, but there is no any snail, right? This is in the structure in the season of what? Summer. Okay. In summer season, each and every organ going to consist in this Okay. Next, visceral is all organs are going to consist. See, visceral going to form one spongy and smooth layer that is called as mantle. Not mental, mantle. Okay, mantle is going to form a one what? Shell. Visceral the spongy layer is formed, that is called mantle. Mantle is going to form a one shell that is made up of calcium carbonate. So this called as a calcareous shell. Calcareous shell. The visceral going to form a one layer, spongy layer, smooth layer, that's called mantle. The mantle is going to form a one shell that is made up of calcium carbonate. That's why that shell is going to call a calcareous shell. Okay. Next, digestive. We'll see now digestive system. Digestive system is complete. Why complete? Why digestive complete here? Digestive is complete. Why? Because two openings are present, mouth and anus. Mouth for intake of food, anus for excrete the unwanted substance. Alimentary canal is complete. For digestion, for complete digestive system, two opens are must need, one mouth and anus. These in snail, in mollusca, digestive system is complete. Why? Because one mouth is there and anus is there. Okay. What about next? Excretory and respiration. These two will discuss at a time. Why, sir? You may ask. Why we have to discuss at a time, sir? Because excretory system and respiratory system are going to function by only one organ, that is called Cnidia. See, here is there. Here one layer, I told one spongy layer is called here mantle. Here body cavity is called a mantle cavity. See, in between the mantle cavity and there are gills, lines, gills-like structure are these lines is there, no, these rows. These called Cnidia. Cnidia yells for both excretion and respiration. Both excretion and respiration. So, only one organ to yells both excretion and respiration. So, this is a dual function. Cnidia yells both excretory system and respiratory system. So that's why it's called a dual function. See, from this Cnidia, oxygen will be absorbed. Okay? From this Cnidia, oxygen is going to absorb, and from this Cnidia only, respiration is completed. This Cnidia only, unwanted substance is coming out from the body. So, excretory and respiratory are going to occur in where? Cnidia. So, Cnidia is the dual function in nature. Okay? Next, circulatory. Circulatory system is Open type. Open type means what? There is no presence of blood veins, arteries, nothing is there. Okay? Circulatory is open type. But blood is blue in color. What about in arthropoda? The blood color is what? No, nothing is there. But the colorless blood. Why colorless blood? Due to lack is nothing but absence of pigment. But in mollusca, blood is blue in color. Blue in color means pigment should be present, right? Then what kind of pigment present means? Hemocyanin. Due to presence of this pigment, blood is in red color. Okay? Circulatory system is open, blood is in blue color because of hemocyanin. See, in mouth, snail's mouth, one file-like structure is going to form. File-like structure for feeding purpose. The structure is named is radula for feeding, tongue-like structure. One file-like wrapping organ for feeding purpose. That's called a radula. Okay. Next, blood is blue in color because of hemocyanin. Okay. Next, reproduction. I will rub this one. We'll see. Important thing is reproduction. These are dioecious. Dioecious nothing but both male and female sex are separate. Male is separate, female is separate. But fertilization is internal fertilization. See, internal fertilization is what? Egg and sperms are going to fuse inside of the body. Egg and sperms are going to fuse inside of the body. Zygote is going to form inside of the female body. Zygote and fertilization occurs inside of the female body. Zygote is going to form and fertilization is going to form inside of the female body means what kind of fertilization? That's one. Internal fertilization. Okay. Next, development is indirect development. I told you many times while discussing previous phylum. Indirect development means what? See, after forming the zygote, one intermediate structure is going to form. That is larva stage. After new one, new offspring. See, in between the zygote and new form, one intermediate structure is going to form. That is called larva stage. See, if the larva is present means that is the indirect development. If the larva is not present means that is the direct development. But here larva is going to exhibit here. So this is indirect development. Okay. Example for this one: apple snail and octopus. Apple, snail and octopus. See, this is what phylum mollusca. See, this is important thing is special feature. Head is divided into three parts. One head, sorry, body is divided into three parts. One head, foot, visceral hump. The hump is going to form a one layer, spongy layer, that's a mantle. If the body cavity is present, that is called as mantle cavity. And the mantle is going to form a one shell that is made up of calcium carbonate. That's why it's called a calcareous shell. Okay. This is what very important. Okay, next one is, see, don't get confused about these what examples. Why? Because each and every film having their examples. So then don't get confused. Just revision. Revision portion is the most important. Then only you can remember. Okay. This is what phylum Mollusca. Next we'll see Hemichordata. New phylum Hemichordata. Next class. So while coming tomorrow, just be strong with basic terms and previous class what we discussed. Okay.